Welcome to another episode of the Fantasy Fictional Football Podcast. This is Tyler. I'm here with my boy Yosh.
What it do?
And today, the music didn't give it away, we're going to do a football team based on wrestlers. This is this is technically episode 3 of the FFF podcast. And if you don't know, what our podcast is, we do an entire football team, all 11 on offense, all 11 on defense, a kicker, and a head coach with non-traditional football concepts, stereotypes, that kind of thing. And today, we're going to do all-time WWE and WWF wrestlers.
There's one special kick about today's little concept, and that is you have to have one diva.
A female on your team. So it's gonna be tough to hide a female on this team because I've got a bunch of animals on my squad, and I'm feeling pretty good.
You know, I got a little bit of spread out here and there. I got some holes, but like I was saying before the show, my game is gonna be on kicking. I'm gonna soul base. I'm gonna get down there. I'm gonna score my 3 points, stack up on defense. I'm gonna shut you down and then score another 3 points. Game over.
So the format of this will be, we did a coin flip before we started this, and I won the coin flip.
He did.
So Tyler will be taking the first pick, and then Yoshi will pick, and then I will pick, and it'll go back and forth in a draft format. The other rule is once you select a person, so let's say I select Razor Ramon. Yosh cannot turn around and select, what was his name?
Scott Hall?
Scott Hall. So
Okay.
Yosh couldn't turn around and take Scott Hall, and I could take Razor Ramon. No, that's not going to work. So it's only going to work out one person, and that's it. No other characters from that person.
We're not taking X-Pac and then taking the 1, 2, 3 kid because, you know.
Ooh, look at you, the pull reference.
Let's do this.
Let's start it off here.
And the number one pick of the WWF draft goes to Tyler. The number one pick being
The Rock.
obviously
Defensive end from the University of Miami.
The U.
The Rock is just, you can argue he's the greatest wrestler of all time. He played football. He played football at the Division I level.
The Brahma Bull.
You can call him the most unstoppable force in the history of the WWE. The Rock is my first pick.
You know, that's not a very surprising pick. I was really hoping I would win that coin toss because I would have done the exact same thing. And here's what are we going in the same position, or do you want to just
No, you can take whatever position you want.
In that case, I'm going to take Stone Cold Steve Austin as my middle linebacker.
All right, we're both going defense there. Stone Cold has been taken, so there goes
Stone Cold, because he is a true captain, true leader. He led the business. He knows what to do with all these guys. They're gonna follow him.
I really like that. I really like that pick. However, I'm gonna solidify my defense and continue with my nose tackle. Now, in this format, I can choose whatever defensive formation or offensive formation. In this situation, I'm gonna go with what's called a 3-4 defensive formation: 3 down linemen and 4 linebackers. Yosh he'll tell you when you want to choose it. He might go 4 down linemen and 3 linebackers. However, for my team, I'm going to go 3 down linemen, and in the middle, to clog everything up, the man who's going to stop the run, Andre the Giant, is my second overall pick.
Wow, you're going Andre?
Andre.
He's
at the nose.
I don't know how I feel about that. I understand where you're going. You want the size. He's going to take up a whole lot of space. And you know what? This is where I'm going to swing out and say I'm going Bray Wyatt as my D-end.
Wow.
Bray Wyatt is my D-end. He can throw the body. He's a big boy, and he can move.
Bray Wyatt, on the current roster of the WWE, played Division I football, I believe at LSU. Is that so?
I'm not 100% sure. But
I thought he was from Louisiana, but he does have a football background. Now, I'm going to continue. No, I'm not. I'm going quarterback. I'm going to go. No, you know what? I'm going to go left tackle. Left tackle. The most important person on my offensive line, and that is the Undertaker.
Ooh,
The Undertaker.
No.
The Undertaker.
No.
Taker's my left tackle. You can call him a top five player in the entire wrestling game. He's huge. He's athletic. He had the streak going there. He's consistent, and I love consistency with my left tackle. So I love Undertaker protecting my backside.
And you know, this is where the downside of the draft comes in, because I had Undertaker as my center, a man of the back. You know, the backstage. He can command the crew. He helps people out. I'm gonna have to jump around a little bit here. And you know what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to leave that one. I'm going to try and save it for a little bit later. I'm going to go my quarterback the Olympic hero himself,
No.
Kurt
Oh.
Angle.
Wow.
Dun 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 dun.
You suck. You
Dun,
suck. You
Woo!
suck.
Drink your milk
Wow.
and take your vitamins, kids.
Kurt Angle. I actually had Kurt Angle on my squad, but not anymore, unfortunately.
Where'd you have him?
I had Kurt Angle. I hit him on the offensive line. I had him on the O line.
Nope. Kurt
No-
Angle's my quarterback.
That's all right
The
then.
Olympic hero.
That is just fine.
The only Olympic gold medalist.
Because I'm gonna go running back right now.
Running back?
I'm gonna
Oh,
go
boy.
running back, and my running back is the Ultimate Warrior.
Oh!
The running back
Really?
is my Ultimate Warrior. Why? Because he runs. Look at his speed. Look at his speed as he runs out of the backstage down the ramp. He's all about speed. He's a physical freak. Love what he can do in the backfield. Give him the rock, and he's gonna start trucking people.
You know, I actually had the Ultimate on my roster. He was one of my possibles for a D lineman. Or no, actually linebacker, sorry. You know what? Then this is where I'm going to go. I'm going to have to go back to the defensive end, and I'm going to go on a wild, this wild limb he's a big boy. He was pretty quick for his size, and an actual relative of The Rock.
Oh.
Rikishi.
Rikishi. I'm assuming that's D tackle. I'm assuming that's a D tackle for him.
Nope, D end.
D and Rikishi.
Coming around the corner.
Wow,
Big boy.
okay.
That big boy is coming around the corner.
Woo woo! That's good because I was afraid you were going to take my pick, and my pick is Brock Lesnar at D end. Oh, yes. Oh yes.
Oh, you know what? I'm actually okay with that because I actually had Brock as my mic if I didn't get him.
Brock Lesnar played. He was a wrestler at I believe Minnesota, and then he actually was in a camp with the Minnesota Vikings, and did not make the team. He got cut on the last day of cuts, but he does have some football experience. But he's a physical freak. I love him at DN. I think him and The Rock at both DN spots, and I think my D line is set right now. I'm very excited.
The only thing, Brock Lesnar was more known as a NCAA Division I wrestler. So, I could see I don't mind that pick right there. That's okay. My outside linebacker my first outside linebacker that I'm going to take is Goldberg.
Ooh.
Why wouldn't you? He's going to come with the spear. He's going to come through. If you come around that, and he's going to lay the hammer on you. Who's next?
I'm going to go safety here. I'm going to go safety, and I'm going to go John Cena.
Oh, no!
John Safety is my Cena.
Oh, you took
John
Cena.
As I say, John Safety is my Cena. No, John Cena is my safety. Let's not get it twisted up here, people. I love what John Cena brings. I love the hustle that he brings, the loyalty, and
my
the
God.
respect that he has. So I'm excited for John Cena to join my team.
You actually took my tight end.
John Cena's like 5'11". How is he gonna be your
He's like
tight
6'1".
He's not a tight end.
Yes, he is a tight end. He's perfect. He's short, stocky. He'll exactly what you're using your tight end for. In that case, I'm gonna go with my other outside linebacker, and that's Big E Langston.
Ooh, Big E Langston also on the current roster right now in WWE. Certainly a big guy. His strength is not a question. However, I think I haven't gone. None of us has gone quarterback yet.
I did
believe.
quarterback. I took the.
Oh, you took Kurt Angle.
No,
you didn't.
I did take Kurt Angle.
At quarterback?
Yes.
Oh,
Kurt Angle's my quarterback.
I still haven't taken quarterback, and I'm not going to right now, Greg, because I'm going to go Roman Reigns at linebacker.
Ooh, okay.
Roman Reigns is my linebacker.
Linebacker.
Now, I have a 3-4, so I'm going to have 4 linebackers, and this is my first linebacker taken, and I will eventually have 4.
Okay, cool. You know what? I'm gonna stock up my defense, and I'm gonna go safety.
Okay.
The Viper, Randy Orton, as my safety.
I had Randy Orton as a receiver, but unfortunately, there no longer goes that option.
He's gonna RK your receiver just going on that deep post.
However, you know what? I think I'm going to join you there on the safety side. I'm going to go safety, and I'm going to go Chris Benoit.
Chris Benoit
is my safety.
Rapid Wolverine? Are you really?
I love that. I love him at safety. I love his speed. I know he's undersized, but I love what he can bring. He's certainly tenacious enough. I know at the end of his life and his career it didn't go well, but we're taking these guys in their prime. And if we're going to build a football team in their prime, I love what Chris Benoit brings to me as a safety.
Awesome. You know, I'm going to push up to strong safety, and I'm actually going to reach back just a little bit. I thought about one, and I'm going to decide on the other. Bobby Lashley.
Wow. I don't even know.
He was an ECW guy.
I don't even know who that is. Explain. Who's Bobby Lashley?
Bobby Lashley, he was once 2 different title holders, I believe Intercontinental, because he also, and or a WWE World Championship title holder. He originally came over from ECW, and he destroyed. Had a very short career though, but dude can bring the hammer.
I think it's time for me to go quarterback now. I really think it's about to go. It's time for quarterback.
I have a feeling you went somebody current.
Somewhat. I did not.
No, you went old school.
I went Bret Hart.
Why?
Bret the Hitman Hart is my quarterback.
Why would you go Bret the Hitman?
Bret the Hitman Hart is my quarterback.
He's gonna have a stroke and fumble the ball. Oh, too soon?
Too soon. Never too soon. Bret Hart is a top 10 wrestler of all time. I love his athleticism. I know he can be somewhat of a head case, but I love the confidence that he brings. And this is more of a confidence play here. He's all the confidence in the world. Love what Bret Hart is going to be at my quarterback.
Wow, that's very interesting. And you know what? Let's go to... if I'm gonna have somebody on the quarterback, I want to have somebody be able to throw it. Dolph Ziggler as my wide receiver.
What? Why? Just because he's your personally favorite wrestler does
show
not mean
off.
No,
the boy can run, he can perform, and he's athletic enough. And don't tell me you didn't have him on your roster.
No, he's not on my. Dolph Ziggler's not even remotely touching my roster.
Yeah, because you don't know what to do with him.
Triple H is my linebacker to counter that point.
Triple H is your linebacker?
Triple H at linebacker.
And so when he tears off his muscle off his leg, that's fine.
You're just upset because you have Dolph Ziggler as your quarterback.
What?
By the way,
as my receiver?
You just said I thought Dolph Ziggler was your quarterback.
Did I?
Yeah, you just said Dolph Ziggler, unless you meant receiver.
Meant receiver.
Okay, so...
Because I meant to go with the quarterback, if that's what I said.
Okay, so Ziggler is your receiver. Let's make sure that we're under that notion.
Yep. Okay, so then... you know what? I'm gonna go a little different route. Dolph is on the outside, right inside of him in the slot. Kofi
Kingston is your slot receiver.
Kofi is my slot.
I almost put Kofi on here, but I thought you would go Kofi Kingston, so I didn't.
Okay.
And just to show you how much of a better GM I am, I'm going to take my slot receiver, and that's Shawn Michaels. Mr. WrestleMania is my slot receiver.
The showstopper.
Slot receiver, Shawn Michaels.
You know what?
I'm destroying you right now.
No, you're not, because I actually had Shawn Michaels. I wanted to get what I wanted for sure. Kofi, he's almost like Shawn Michaels in a way.
Except
the more modern.
The poor version of Shawn Michaels.
Yeah.
Shawn Michaels is Mr. WrestleMania.
Younger.
Kofi Kingston is a mid-card. He's stranded in the mid-card.
He's a main headliner in the Royal Rumble.
No, they
wait for him to come out in the Royal Rumble to see what he's gonna do next to survive.
And never wins.
Because he's a survivor.
And never wins.
Yep.
Never wins.
But yet he's one of the top oh my god moments. Anyways, my running back, and I can't believe I'm actually gonna say this because I do not like this guy at all. Fatista, otherwise known as Batista. Dave Batista. The animal. My running back. I don't know why, but the dude's big. He can move.
You know what?
He's athletic. I can't knock him for what he can do, even though I just don't like him.
I absolutely love Batista at running back. I had him at linebacker, but I can certainly see him at running back. That's a very, very good play there. I'm gonna get my corner. I'm gonna go corner here.
Oh, this is where I'm scared because I hope you don't take mine.
Rey Mysterio is my corner.
Oh, good God. Good God, are you kidding me?
Rey Mysterio is my corner.
Why
a short, fast guy who's quick. You can change direction on guys. And if I'm going to have someone who needs to cover Kofi Kingston, I'm going to cover him with Rey Mysterio. Now, Rey's probably going to be on the outside, but I can bump Rey into the slot too. But I love what Mysterio does. He's a WWE champion. He's got confidence. He's a quiet guy, and I don't really want a corner who's going to yell all the time. But although my other corner yells a lot.
Take your other corner. Take your other corner. Take two at a time, and I'm going to take my two.
Okay, so we're going to both go corners here?
Yes.
2 corners?
Yes.
My other corner is CM Punk.
Go for it.
Okay. My corner is CM Punk.
Because that was actually... I actually thought about putting him in the slot. Now, you took your 2 corners. I'm taking my 2 corners at one time.
Who are your 2 corners?
The Usos.
The Uso brothers.
Oh.
Love that. I like it. But
the Usos are my corners.
I like Rey and CM. I know they're both short, but I know the Usos are a little bigger.
They're a little bigger. They're a little more speed.
I can see the Usos at linebacker.
The Islanders are going to control the outside.
I don't know. I feel like they're too big to be corners.
Hey,
they're like 225.
Hey, you got to get around them first.
Okay.
You got to get around
So you're
first.
playing a lot of cover 2 defense, apparently.
Yes.
Okay. And then, so now I'm going to go...
Because you can't deny that those boys can move.
I'm going to go with my 3rd linebacker here. I'm going to go the Macho Man, Randy Savage.
Ooh, yeah. Okay. Why would you do that?
Randy Savage, a top 15 wrestler of all time, one of the most iconic wrestlers. I love the physicality. I love how just another freak athlete, and I love that he was in the golden age of wrestling. I think that he would be a phenomenal linebacker with me. Put him aside, Triple H in the middle, Roman Reigns on the outside, Randy Savage, and even my fourth linebacker, who I have not named yet. I'm very, very excited for what my defense is going to bring.
And you know what? I'm just going to adjust on the fly right here. I'm going to take who I originally have as my D tackle.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to move him to center.
Mm-hmm.
The king of swing, Cesaro.
Why do you have Cesaro at center?
He's strong. He's smart. He
what?
knows how to command.
He's like 250, 240.
And he's a center. He can control things.
Not at 240 pounds.
Yes,
he's a
he
linebacker.
Can. Nope.
No, he's
nope.
a linebacker.
He's strong. He's quick. He knows how to. He's a leader.
Booker T is my outside receiver.
Of course you did.
Booker T is my outside receiver.
Because can you dig it?
Sucker!
Alright, so you know what? Go back to my D tackle. I gotta fill in that hole for Cesaro, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ron Simmons.
Don't know who that is.
You don't. Ron Simmons, also more famously known as Farouk.
Oh, I know. Oh, okay, Farouk.
In other words,
okay,
you hear this. Damn!
Oh, that's that.
That's
guy.
him.
That's the damn guy.
Yeah, that's the damn guy.
I think I'm gonna finish out my receiving core here.
I still have one more spot.
Oh no, I don't. I forgot. I'm forgetting the most famous wrestler of all time, and this is my fourth linebacker, ladies and gentlemen, the star of Mr. Nanny, the star of Rocky, the star of Rocky 3, Hulk Hogan. Oh, when it comes crashing down and it hurts its heart. Hulk Hogan lasted about, hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about 12 picks into this draft, both sides of us, and Hulk Hogan finally comes off the board.
You know what?
For me,
I honestly forgot about him.
You forgot? How could you forget Hulk Hogan?
I don't know, because I had him on my list, crossed it out, I was like, okay, good, I got him saved. Completely left him out. You know what? Then I'm gonna have to seal up my D tackle line, and along Ron Simmons, his good tag team partner, the Acolytes Protection Agency, JPL.
You like your teams. You got the Usos at corner, the tag team duo, and now you also have the Acolytes as a tag team duo on the defensive line.
Hey, chemistry works together.
Not a bad play, bud. Not a bad play.
Because when he comes with that clothesline, it's game over.
I'm gonna round out my skill guys here. I still have a tight end to pick, but I'm not gonna take him yet. I'm gonna take Edge as my wide receiver.
I'm glad.
Okay. Edge is my wide receiver.
Okay, that's not a bad play.
A lot of speed. He's got height. I think he can run great routes. I know Booker T is probably more my deep threat guy. Shawn Michaels is going to be everything underneath, going across the middle, who could also take the top off. But I like Edge being more of a route runner, possession kind of guy.
Okay, so
he does have neck issues.
Yes.
But this isn't his prime when he's a multi-time WWF champion. So I think Edge.
Small little fun fact: his very first move he ever did was a spear. His very last move was a spear. Fun little interesting fact.
R.I.P. Edge's spine.
No. Oh, wow.
Oh, yes.
All right, so since you took John Cena, my original tight end, you took him. Where'd you put him?
I'd Cena safety.
You also took my second Hulkster for my tight end spot.
You could have. Hulk's not a bad play at tight end. He's 6'7", right?
Yeah.
Hogan's huge. Side note, I actually met Hulk Hogan in the LaGuardia Airport in New York, and my dad started talking trash to him, and I freaked out because I thought Hulk could hear him, so I was like, Dad, shut the heck up! Hulk Hogan's gonna kick our butt, because I was like 7 at the time, and Hulk came over and I shook his hand. He was awesome.
Actually, I haven't really heard in interviews, quick side note, he's actually really cool. Like, he'll flip the switch on and off. You call him.
Hulk is great. Hulk is great.
Do you know Hulk's real name?
Terry Hogan.
Not Hogan, but okay, it's close enough. Anyways,
anywho.
Yep. My third pick for my tight end, and I want every real American to stand up, say it with me, put your right hand over your chest. We the people, Jack Swagger.
Current WWE mid-carder, Jack Swagger.
He's not a mid-carder.
Mid-carder.
Because he's actually getting a real big push going against someone else.
Don't tell me you're going to take Rusev. Don't. Do I poach Rusev right now? Because you shouldn't have told me that.
Nope.
Actually, no. Actually, I love my O-line. I'm actually going to save my tight end because you're not going to take him. I'm going to take a top 7 wrestler of all time. He was known for his toughness, his ability to bleed, to inflict pain, and for pain to be inflicted upon him. And for that reason, Mick Foley is my
There is no athletic ability to Mick Foley whatsoever.
Left guard, Mick Foley. Mick Foley is a classic run road grader brawler at left guard. Mick Foley.
You better come at him with a stick wrapped with barbed wire.
Well, people have done it before, and I'm completely fine with Mick at left guard because now it means I have the Undertaker at left tackle and Mick Foley at left guard. So I'm feeling really good about the left side of my line right now.
You know what? I'm gonna actually go on a limb here and go finish out my other wide receiver on the other side by himself. Captain Charisma, Christian.
The poor man's Edge. Really?
Oh, wow, really? Hey, he's a lot like Edge. They were tag team partners himself. I wish I could have had those two. But hey, you know, you took one, I gotta take the other. So,
Yosh, has Ric Flair been taken?
No.
Oh, good, because Ric Flair's my center.
Why?
Ric Flair is my center.
You know what? I'm just gonna rush up the middle.
He's undersized,
rushing up the middle.
but that's totally fine. That's because what I have at right guard, and I already have Mick Foley at left tackle, so I'm not worried about that. Ric Flair will combo. He'll tag team with not tag team. Well, he can also tag team. He's been a part of many great tag teams in the wrestling,
being the greatest one.
But he can help. He can help to different sides, and he's a very smart guy. So I love a smart guy at center to kind of direct the way the offensive line is going to go.
So let's go with my left guard. Kane.
Kane's really
himself.
big, right? He's like 7 foot.
No, he's like 6'10".
Have you ever seen a 7 foot guard?
Have you?
No, because
exactly
it doesn't make sense. Because if you're trying to throw the ball over your offensive line, you're gonna hit your guard in the back.
What did you do 2007 Long Beach Wilson football? Who was your quarterback and where was his line?
Doesn't matter. Jose was 6'2" at left tackle.
Yeah, and your quarterback was what?
5'11". Kane, hold on. Who's your quarterback? Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle's what? 6'2"? You have a 7 footer at your left guard, which means he now can't throw the ball left.
Yeah, we're predominantly going to be right. He's going to protect the backside.
So you're not going to throw the ball to your left side of your line.
I'm not saying that.
You're just unreal.
No, because when I run the ball to the left,
you're unbelievable. You're unbelievable is what you are. Sergeant Slaughter's my right
guard.
Wow. Sergeant Slaughter.
The Sarge?
Absolutely love him at right guard. I have the interior of my offensive line completely set. All I'm missing now is my right tackle, and it doesn't matter what you take next pick. I love what my right tackle is going to be. But Sergeant Slaughter, a Hall of Famer, he's a top 25 wrestler of all time. You can argue he's higher, but I think Sergeant Slaughter, being an old school guy, guard, military background, disciplined, I love him at the right guard.
His character was at least.
Heyo.
Left tackle, Goldust. He's big. He's weird. He's going to keep you away. He's strong. He's not going to be pushed around very easily.
I like how you're waiting literally with 3 picks left in this draft to take your left tackle. Arguably your most important player on your offensive line and arguably your second most important player on your team. You're waiting to take Dusty Rhodes, Goldust, that's your left tackle?
Dusty Rhodes is not Goldust. Dusty Rhodes is his dad.
Swing and a miss then. Anywho, so you're going to put Goldust up against The Rock every play.
Yes.
Or Brock Lesnar.
Yes.
Depending if I move them around. You're in so much trouble right now, but it's okay. My right tackle, it's the Big Show.
Okay, that's even more confusing to me because you have a right-handed quarterback.
Yeah,
with
giant tackles.
7-footer on your right side. That's even more retarded than mine.
That's totally fine because right tackles you can get away with because right tackles when they kick step they get out of the throwing lane and I'm totally fine with that. I want giant tackles.
There's a reason why The Rock called him the Big Slow.
That's fine. That's why he's the right tackle, not the left tackle.
Yeah, but he's not going to go. No, I totally disagree with that in any shape of way. My right guard, Vader.
Vader is a classic guard, short, round guy.
It's time. It's Vader time.
Short, round guy. Yeah, guard.
He's like 6'4".
Yeah, like I said, short, round guy. My head coach is Paul Heyman.
No!
Yes! And that's what I wanted to take him. I'm so excited I did that.
Oh, I hate you.
I pulled the trigger right when I wanted to, and that's why I'm a better GM at this, because you got to know when to take your coach, and you got to know when to take certain players at certain times. I knew Yosh was going to go Paul Heyman at some point in this draft. There's 3 picks left. I figured I'd pull the trigger right now. I'm a Paul Heyman guy. His client, Brock Lesnar, broke the streak.
He is the 1 in 21 and 1. God,
I was so excited.
I was really hoping you were going to take the big man himself. You know what? Then I can hold off my head coach because it really doesn't matter
at this point.
My right tackle, at one time the world's strongest man.
Oh,
that's what he do. Mark Henry.
Ooh, I like Mark Henry at right tackle, actually. It's a good play. That's a very good pick. You're not worried about his speed because you're predominantly going to have him run block.
Exactly.
And if you're going to go Mark Henry versus...
he's not exactly slow.
No, certainly not. Now, I've got Brock Lesnar at my left DN, and you have Mark Henry. Mark Henry versus Brock Lesnar is an amazing fight, down in and down out.
Yes.
That's an amazing
If they
fight.
actually did it for real and not set up to make Brock Lesnar look much more dominant than what he is, then I really do think Brock Lesnar and Mark Henry would be an amazing match.
I have 2 picks left, one of them being my kicker, one of them being my tight end.
I have 2, one being my head coach and kicker, in which case, I told you my kicking game is going to be strong.
My tight end is Razor Ramon.
Razor Ramon,
The bad guy.
The bad guy.
And mostly this is due to his height. He's 6'7". Razor Ramon is 6'7". Huge guy. I know not the fastest guy in the world. I'm using him primarily as a red zone threat. Throw the ball up to him, and he's nasty. I love that he's the bad guy and that he'll fight with the offensive line in the run game as well.
Recently inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame.
Very true.
Hey, yo. Bad times don't last.
Bad guys do.
It's not all of it, but you know.
It was close.
Hard work pays off. Bad times don't last. Good guys. Bad guys do.
Bad guys do. That boy.
Same thing.
Nailed it.
2 picks left. I'm going to go
Are you going to go head coach or are you going to go kicker?
Kicker.
Who's your kicker?
An actual fact.
Please don't say it. Please don't say it. Don't play
for their soccer history in kicking. And I'll let you decide which one you want to pick. Either one of the Bella twins.
Oh, wow. Oh, good.
What's up?
That's not who I had. So there goes your diva. So
That's my diva. My diva's my kicker.
We'll just call it Brie Bella.
No, I'll take Nikki.
You'll take Nikki?
I'll take Nikki.
Nikki's the head case.
Huh?
Nikki's the head case, right?
No, she's... Well,
Brie's the head... Or is Brie the...
Bree's the hothead with Daniel Bryan.
Which one is dating John Cena?
Nikki.
Okay, Nikki's the head case.
Is she really, though?
Yeah, she's the head case.
But she's stubborn and she's going to win.
She's the head case,
She's a fighter.
She's the head case.
She's the stronger one of the 2. More athletic.
Have you watched E Total Divas? Not that I have, but I've heard that she's the crazy one. And I don't want a crazy girl at kicker, which is why I have Lita at kicker.
You know what? If you look here, kicker. Who's above Brie? Or who's above the Bella?
You had Lita. Oh, you had Lita.
I had
you
Lita.
had Lita.
That's where I was gonna go. In which case, I know the Bellas have soccer talent in their history.
Lita.
In which case,
yep, you're right.
I would rather take somebody I know who.
No, they had a kicking background. No, very true.
No,
and I mean, this is mostly a play of I'm just stashing our one rule diva. You actually did well with it. I did not know any divas had a kicking or soccer or whatever background. Lita, just because she's probably the most badass diva ever. She's a Hall of Famer in the Hall of Fame. So that was the only female that came to mind besides Trish Stratus. And no, I'm not taking Trish Stratus as my kicker. I want Lita, who's, in my opinion, more athletic. So I have her a kicker.
In which case, now I'm down to my head coach. I mean, in which case, you almost have to go with the Vinny Man.
Vince McMahon?
Vincent Kennedy McMahon. It's either him or Shane O'Mac. In which case,
Shane McMahon as your head coach would be the greatest. It's like the Rex Ryan jet. It's something you.
It is. He's gonna be real excited. In which case, you know what? Like, I see Shane O'Mac having a very much longer term. Vince is, I've heard, very stubborn, and he has things go his way. In which case, I'll take that chance and go Shane O'Mac.
You're not gonna go Jimmy Hart at head coach? No love for Jimmy Hart? Nope, none. Nope. All right, to run down my team right now. Quarterback is Bret Hart. Running back, the Ultimate Warrior. Tight end, Razor Ramon. Left tackle, Undertaker. Left guard, Mick Foley. Center, Ric Flair. Right guard, Sergeant Slaughter. Right tackle, Big Show. Wide receivers are Booker T, Edge, and Shawn Michaels. Defensive end, The Rock. Nose tackle, Andre the Giant. D end, Brock Lesnar. My linebackers are Roman Reigns, Triple H, Randy Savage, and Hulk Hogan. My safeties are Cena and Chris Benoit. My corners are CM Punk and Rey Mysterio. The head coach of Team Tyler is Paul Heyman, and the kicker is Lita.
My quarterback, Kurt Angle. Receivers, Dolph Ziggler, Christian. Slot is Kofi. Tight end, Jack Swagger. Left guard, Kane. Right guard, Vader. Right tackle, Mark Henry. Left tackle, Goldust. The center, Cesaro. Running back, Fat Tista himself.
I like how you're running back. You call Fat Tista. That's not a really encouraging.
That's the name I've given him because I don't like him. But hey, he's we're gonna just have to work together anyways. DN Bray Wyatt, other side Rikishi. D tackle Acolyte APA, Acolyte Protection Agency, Ron Simmons and JBL. Outside linebacker Big E Langston, and other side Goldberg. Middle linebacker Stone Cold Steve Austin. The corners, the Uso twins, Jimmy and Jay. One safety, Bobby Lashley. The other safety, RKO, Randy the Viper Orton.
I really like my team. I'll be honest, I love my squad.
Also forgot to mention my kickers, Nikki Bella and head coach Shane O'Mac. Here comes the money.
I'm so glad you went Shane McMahon as your head coach.
Why? Because it was either him or Paul Heyman. In which case, I probably should have pulled the trigger on Paul Heyman much sooner.
You know, this pregame press conference is going to be just media frenzied.
Because
with Paul
all
Heyman.
it is going to be Paul Heyman and Shane O'Mac just going at each other.
That's why it's going to be the greatest press conference ever.
Other guys that we didn't use, honorable mentions?
Honorable mentions, I think we have to go with Ken Shamrock.
Ken Shamrock, the most dangerous man at one time.
I should have had him at safety, but...
I actually thought I had him at safety, if not, maybe a corner.
Yeah, I could easily see that.
He's quick, but he's very strong, very...
He's got certainly a big MMA background, and his toughness can't be questioned. But in case I didn't get Cena or Benoit, I was going to go Shamrock.
I was thinking of putting him, if I didn't get RKO, I thought you might have pulled the trigger on RKO a little bit sooner. Sheamus?
Sheamus would have been a great tight end or or a tackle, in my opinion.
You got to put him somewhere where he's a little more meaty. He can throw his weight around.
What, guard for him? Because when I think Sheamus, I think tight end. I think he's athletic enough to play tight end, and he's like 6'8", 6'9".
Is he that big?
Yeah, he's huge.
Huh. And anyways, what about the Great Khali?
Great Khali was my backup plan if I didn't get Andre at the nose.
Not gonna lie, my other running back, if you would have picked Fat Tista, I was gonna go with Ryback.
Ryback he's stiff.
At running back?
He's too stiff.
No, the boy can run.
But he can't cut. He can just run in a straight line. He's too stiff.
What did the bus do? Run over people.
Yeah, but the bus was at least an athlete. Ryback's
an athlete.
Ryback's just a hulking mound of muscle who has stiff hips.
I guess you can argue.
Anybody else you think you had on your?
I was actually thinking about what about the New Age Outlaws? Would you have used any one of them?
Not Road Dogg.
Maybe not Road Dogg. He could have arguably. I thought about putting Road Dogg as a head coach.
Oh no.
Originally a manager.
Yeah, originally a manager. Yeah, so, I think Kevin Nash could have been an offensive lineman somewhere.
Kevin Nash, I probably would put him
tackle
as a guard.
He's a huge guy. He's like 7 foot. So
yeah.
I think King Kong Bundy, I think, has to be in there somewhere. But he was my backup at guard. So if I didn't get Foley or Slaughter, I was gonna go King Kong Bundy on the inside at guard.
Honestly, before I could have put John Morrison as a kicker.
Wow.
John Morrison, he's hardcore guy. He's very flexible, agile.
Not a bad play.
A little something different.
All right. Anything else, Theo? Anything?
Not that I can know of. Not that anybody that I had, I probably would have had Edge as a corner.
No, I know. I mean, I like Edge at receiver.
Is there anyone else that we're missing that you?
Nope.
Can think of?
I'm good on my end. All right.
X-Pac?
Maybe at corner, but
I thought receiver.
Yeah, I can see it, but not to me, not better than my guys of Booker T, Shawn Michaels, and Edge.
Yeah,
I'm not putting X-Pac above them.
Yeah, I probably would. I'm good with my Christian, Dolph, and Kofi.
Yep. Well, thank you for joining us on this episode of the Fantasy Fictional Football Podcast. Please rate, comment, and subscribe below, and let us know which team do you think won, Team Tyler
or Team Yosh.
And let us know. And then please tweet at us at 3FPod at Twitter or send us an email at 3FPodcast@gmail.com. Thank you very much.